This is Sunday's News with Geronimo Gonzolaz. Hello guys, this is Sunday the 15th of January, and we're here to talk about some news for you. Say hello, Mr. Gonzalez.
Hello, and good day.
Good
Sunday
day
to those people out there. The swingers and the
swingers. And the music makers and the shapeshifters.
Yes.
So, the first piece of, well, this not particularly news, these are just things we want to discuss on a Sunday, basically, with you guys.
Yeah.
So, the first thing I want to talk about is, they were talking about new options in the servers on Battlefield 1. There's a few things they're apparently going to add in there, which I'm quite up for. The first one being squad leader spawn only. To me, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, I haven't really experienced that. I don't remember playing that on Battlefield 4 or anything like that. So, it's a popular setting from previous titles.
Does that mean you can only spawn on squad leader?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and imagine, I mean, if he gets knocked out, you're kind of fucked. Do you know what I mean? So on one level, you're all going to be looking to him for what that player wants to do. I mean, the thing is that works really well if the team knows each other and can communicate.
Oh yeah, it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But so does this mean that if the squad leaders spawn at normal spawn points?
I have no idea, but
okay.
I'd imagine so. I'm guessing he can't even spawn on his own players. Yeah. I really like that, but obviously it makes sense in the servers. It would only work if you could gather 64 players that can play as teams. You know, that's quite a lot of people to gather. But yeah, it'd be really good fun. Or at least I'd be up for that as a squad in a server that kind of works on you know, in the capacity that everyone is going to play the game properly.
I think it's a good thing that if you're paying for a server that you have more options.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Obviously,
the other thing is,
yeah,
they're taking off the behemoth as well.
Well, you can choose to take it off.
On and off, yeah, exactly. Which is fine. I get that. The behemoth can be a bit annoying sometimes, but it's fun. I do quite like taking them down. It gives an extra objective for you during a match.
It's not too overpowered. I think.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. And the last one here that seems like they might be adding is a whole magazine reload. I mean, basically just saying you'd have to you'd have to reload that. Yeah, I like that a lot. It adds those pressure situations. Actually, another thing I wish they'd add is the ability to let your gun get jammed and stuff like that. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. I'd much prefer to play a kind of hardcore server where all this stuff existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't see
that happening. No.
I don't see that happening. Anyway, so that's kind of it, really.
Yeah.
There's some other bits and pieces, but they're the major points that I wanted to point out. I'd be interested to try those out, and would probably rent a server.
Yeah, we might do that.
For those reasons, really. I'd be quite up for doing that. Cool. Anyway, swiftly moving on. I believe you have an article for us.
I have. It's a very interesting article. It's on IGN. It's IGN. It's Steam's 5 most played games of 2016, and none of those games were released in 2016, which is fascinating. So they're talking about here is average players per hour, and the top 5 are Dota 2 with over 600,000 average players per hour, Counter-Strike Global Offensive with over 360,000 average players per hour. Then quite far down again, on the third place is Team Fortress 2, then Grand Theft Auto 5, which I assume is we're talking here about Grand Theft Auto 5 Online.
Yeah, I imagine
which was released, which was buffed up a lot last year. And Sid Meier's Civilization 5, which is interesting because Civilization 6 came out last year.
Funny, isn't it?
It's very interesting to me. So obviously, if you look at some of the, maybe with the exception of Civilization, all of these are online multiplayer games. Obviously, Dota, Counter-Strike, and Dota 2 and Team Fortress 2 are all games that don't require strong hardware to play. Yeah. So a lot of people can probably play them without high frame rate per second.
That's interesting.
So, and they're also, I mean, Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike have been like played Counter-Strike back in my childhood.
Yeah, of course.
Global Offensive is just more the newer version of it.
I think one big point is that people don't really seem to care as much about kind of the next big graphical whatever, or what I mean, like the next big Hollywood kind of production, which is great.
Well, we got a lot of big multiplayer games this year, particularly obviously for us Battlefield 1, but also Overwatch, which is kind of similar to, which is often referred to as sort of Blizzard's answer to Team Fortress 2. Although it's very different, but so yeah, we got a lot of big multiplayer games this year, and none of them are in the top 5. Not even beating out Civilization 5.
I know,
which is fascinating, and
it's really fast. I think that's good, though. I think this is a really good thing. 'Cause it just means that those big companies are going to have to work that much harder to knock get games that were made really well.
But
a long time ago off the top of the ladder.
The difference from first place to fifth place is ridiculous. So Civilization 5 has 37,000 average players per hour. While Dota 2 has over 600,000.
Fucking hell.
So obviously Dota 2, as well as together with League of Legends, are sort of very popular multiplayer games, which you have to invest hundreds and thousands of hours into to get good at. They're very popular, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I mean, it's on sale all the time. We see it on the top sellers list all the time, and even when it's not on sale, it's cheap.
Fucking hell.
So Dota 2 was released in 2013. Counter-Strike was released in 2012. Team Fortress 2 was released in 2007. People still maxing out that game. It's like because you're thinking like, wait, are people just not enjoying the new games? I don't know. I think there's a huge player base out there who just plays the same games over and over and over again, and don't care about other games. I think that might be the thing. It's interesting to me. These statistics. It'll be interesting. I feel fairly certain that the top 3 will dominate the list this year as well.
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
I think Grand Theft Auto.
Very interesting.
I think that much fell down, and Civilization, I think at the very least will be eclipsed by Civilization 6. Which I've heard a lot of good things about.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've never really got into those ones, to be honest, I have to say. I've given it a go. I've bought 1 or 2 of them in the past.
Civilization 5 is really good with all the DLC. I bought the complete edition a while back on a summer Steam sale for like 10 quid. Okay. I really want to play Civilization 6. It's just that I'm playing Stellaris and European Universalis and all these other games. I don't have a place for Civilization, but I'm planning on buying it on the Steam Summer Sale this summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard just good things about it, pretty much. So, but yeah, interesting stuff.
On?
Yeah. So you move on to what you want to talk about.
I want to talk about For Honor.
For Honor.
Yes, indeed. Which is actually I'm kind of relatively excited for this game, just because I feel like it's the first time Ubisoft have departed from this fucking idiotic open world bullshit.
Wait a minute. Is this game not open world? You don't have to climb towers and stuff.
Wait, is this not open world? I'm just fed up of that shit. I've been fed up of that for a long time. I've never really been a big fan of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of.
I loved Far Cry 3. But,
Far Cry 3 I liked.
But then I was like, well, Far Cry 4 is just exactly the same.
They're all exactly the same. They're all exactly the same. I hate Assassin's Creed. I think it's horse shit.
I like the fourth one.
The second one.
Black Flags. With
Black Flag, yeah.
Like, let me just say something. I want Ubisoft to just say, okay, let's just take all the pirate stuff out of Assassin's Creed's Black Flag and make a pirate game with none of the assassin bullshit. Because all the pirate stuff is so good in that game. It is so much fun, and just like with your boat under the sea, and you're like, and they're like singing these songs about
the chants,
wenches and shit. It's so much fun. It's so atmospheric, and it looks beautiful. And I just so badly want them to.
I feel like the direction is just awful. Like the overall fucking concept of what they're doing is shit every time. Yeah. The basic like they obviously love history and all these great things that can really pull together some really interesting points, but they never focus. I mean, they fucking built London. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like from fucking.
But the cities are fun to explore, man.
They're awesome, but there's nothing you can fucking do in them.
No.
You just fucking run and jump up shit. It's fucking boring, and it's.
I did enjoy Assassin's Creed 2. That was good. And
I mean, I enjoyed
because,
that a little bit.
And the fourth one was good because it had the pirate stuff in it, which I really enjoyed.
I mean, they've really well. So anyway, let's
go on to For Honor, which is a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, which isn't an open world game; it's a multiplayer game. Let's see how this goes.
It's not even a online multiplayer shooter. It's a melee focused action game. But what we're talking about here is that there's a beta, January 26th to January 29th, which I'm quite excited about. I'm
excited about that as well. I think we'll probably end up making our decision as to whether this is something we're going to play or not during that period of time.
We'll definitely do the beta and record that.
We'll put that up for you guys so you can check it out. And hopefully it's really good. It looks fun. I'm staying reserved in general with this.
I think the beta will answer a lot of our questions.
Yeah.
The game itself is coming out on February 14th, so it's not really a beta, it's just demo.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Alright, swiftly moving on.
Yeah. We're talking about, so what has dominated the news headlines this week has been the Nintendo Switch, which has a confirmed release date. It's coming out on March 3rd. And they also confirmed the price. I think it's retailing for $300 in the US. I think, right. So in the UK it will be available for £279. So not too expensive.
That's not too bad, man. That's
not too bad. It's some people have correctly pointed out you can get a standard PS4 or Xbox for less than that now.
Yeah.
And there's obviously this thing is not more powerful than those systems.
No. It's just that you can maneuver with it.
Yeah. The sort of the thing with this is that you can take it. You put it in sort of a box. The console itself, you put it in the box and you can connect it to your TV. Then you can take it out and bring it with you, like as if it was an iPad or something. And obviously the thing is, you can play big games. Like for example, one game that is coming out for it is Skyrim, which a lot of people are excited. So you can take Skyrim on the go. And yeah,
it'd be very cool.
I'm interested in this. I often go away for work for like a day or two. Not long journeys, but just like I'll be away for a day or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And the ability to actually bring your whole console with you and just play it in your bed in like your hotel room or whatever. It's quite a nice prospect. I don't know how
I have my laptop for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But it's like I don't know how mainstream this will be. How it will do well in among the public. The battery lifetime, I think, if you're playing on a proper game, is 3 hours, which is not great.
That's not very good.
They have a list here of games that are coming out. They're launching with the new Zelda game.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. The launch game lineup is not great. The first game is 1-2 Switch, which is some sort of a game that you can multiplayer type game that you can play with it. Legend of Zelda, Skylanders Imaginators, Just Dance 2017, and Super Bomberman R. That's the launch lineup. There are more interesting games coming out though. Yooka-Laylee is coming out for it, among other things. No More Heroes 3. I like the No More Heroes games. There's a Dragon Quest game coming out, which is exciting for it. The next Xenoblade Chronicles game. I told you about the first one, which was on the Wii, and it was excellent. Probably the best game on the Wii, I think. Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus is coming to it. Obviously,
really?
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Skyrim is coming for it. Super Mario Odyssey, release trailers for that. As well as a Fire Emblem game, which is interesting. These are coming out. Most of these games are coming out sometime in 2017, which is interesting. Obviously, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the new Splatoon game. So it's interesting. I'm curious to see how this does in the mainstream. It'll be. I'm definitely. I don't know if I will get this. I'm not sure, but I want the Zelda game, but I could buy it for, you know, I have the Wii U, so I could buy it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Nintendo does with this, because the Wii U was not a huge success. So yeah, that's
I don't know.
the
I'm
Nintendo.
curious. I mean, I'm not gonna get it. Fuck that. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck it. Anyway, all right. Well, last little bit of news here. I don't know if this is news. This is just some fucking gossip more than anything.
It's news in the game world.
Yeah, exactly. Lol. It's just not. Anyway, Half-Life 3 apparently will never happen.
Reports say.
According
to source.
And firstly, like, I mean, I'd love to see a third one, but you know, whatever.
Did you play Half-Life 2?
Yeah.
Did you play episode 2?
Yeah.
I'm still pissed that they left it on a cliffhanger and never did it. It's like, and I remember specifically saying, okay, so we made Half-Life 2, and now instead of making a whole game, we're gonna make like these smaller games, episodes, right? And they're gonna come out faster, and you know, they're gonna be smaller experiences, but they're gonna be coming out faster, right? And so they're okay. Well, we released episode 1, awesome, it was cool. Episode 2, which was excellent, I thought, as I think it was even better than like the main Half-Life 2 game. Half-Life 2 episode 2 was such a fun experience. And then it left on a cliffhanger, and then nothing happened. And then it's like, wait, when is episode 3 coming out? And they won't even talk about it. And it just annoys me. Fuck you, Valve.
Yeah. So bizarre, isn't it? I mean,
it's become one of the long-lasting memes of the internet.
I know, yeah. I think
Half-Life 3.
I'm sure they'll end up making one day because they'll realize the amount of potential money that could be made.
Yeah, obviously they make a ton of money.
Yeah,
3.
So
but
they will make one.
They're just happy curating games now. They don't want to make games. Fuck that.
Yeah, but someone will make it at some point. They will.
Well, if they get the license for it, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think one day we will see a Half-Life sequel of sorts. When
they'll probably reboot it or something.
One time something will happen, but like, yeah, I'm still annoyed that they just left the story hanging, because Half-Life 2 is an excellent game. I think. I still think it's a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got for you guys today. So hope you have a nice Sunday and get stuck into the week.
Have a sip of your coffee and good
see
luck
you
with
in
your
another
week.
Yeah. Au revoir.
Bye bye.
This is Sunday's Mood with Geronimo Gonzolaz.